Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. For today, I'm very, very, very happy and excited to simply know that you are watching. I do not know who you are, but one thing I am sure about is that you are lending us at least 10 to 15 minutes of your time today watching the Mother's Chat Room. And you know what it's all about? It's about sharing issues about motherhood. Anything and everything about motherhood. We are here for you. And today in particular, I have a young lady who has hustled and struggled through single motherhood. I know some of you out there who are single mothers. But it even has nothing to do with the finances sometimes. But just by the virtue of the fact that you are parenting your child alone, it is hard, it is tough. But Drasi Gloria is going to take her through her story, and we shall get to know how she manages through. Let's hear from Drasi and let's welcome her.
Hello everyone, hello my viewers. Like Maureen already said, I'm Drasi Gloria, a mother of one. Some of you might be wondering how a mother of one is talking about single motherhood, but the girl is about 3 years, so 3 years are quite enough for someone to share an experience. Thank you, Maureen, for inviting me over to inspire someone out there. Thank you once again. Thank you for your time. Hope you pick something, one or two, enough from the whole thing.
Thank you so much, Peace, for turning up. I'm very, very excited to simply know that, yes, you came over and you're willing to share out your heart to the mothers out there. You know that some mothers are not bold enough to actually admit they are fighting it, as of fighting with their own selves to accept that actually they are single mothers, yeah? But just by the fact that you stood out among the many and you said, I will come and speak out my story, and who knows which person is going to be delivered. So well, I don't want to take a lot of time because we don't have a lot of time on us. I just want to hear from you, Peace, because I know it must have been tough somewhere. So at what point did you really admit and say, now I really have to move this journey alone, and by hook or crook I have to grow my child, I have to take care of my child alone, and something good has to come out of this.
When people look at parenting, someone would say, the man should provide something, you know, the man should actually do the financial bit of it, and that's what they will say, they're parenting. No, parenting doesn't only cover that. Parenting is way much bigger that. Because now, here is a baby that 2 people contributed to, and we're hoping that they would raise the baby together.
Together, yes.
Along the way, things fall apart. And on most occasions, if I may say, it's men that opt out.
Oh, really?
However, there are some scenarios where women opt out. So, talking about single motherhood, here men opt out.
Okay, so for your story, it is the man who opted out.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're saying that you gave birth, right?
Yes.
Everything was okay until you gave birth. So what happened? You gave birth when you were in his house, or you had gone to your mother's house, or you gave birth when you were in his house and then he told you to move out? I need to hear a bit of that.
As a young mother who had no experience at all how the whole thing would be. I mean, you'd only hear about people's experiences and you really didn't have a picture. So I got scared. I said, no, I needed my mother around me.
Yes.
And on the other hand, being new in the area, I didn't know much people, no means of transport, hospital was far. I said, no. What if everything happens at night? Why don't I follow my mother to wherever she is? At least I used that opportunity. So I move on to my mom after agreeing with my man.
Yes. And you're in love.
So yeah, everything goes on well. He checks on me, everything is fine. He checks on the baby, the unborn baby.
Speaking nice things.
Exactly.
I want that child to resemble me, to have my lips, those things.
Yeah. So we do all that. Time for hospital. He takes me to hospital. Give birth.
Himself?
Exactly.
He came over?
Yeah. He takes me to hospital, I give birth.
He came to the village while you were with your parents?
Exactly.
He was nice then.
Yeah, he was. So he takes me to hospital, I give birth. After giving birth, he returns me home. And along the way, he begins to opt out slowly.
Is it because you took long at your mother's?
I wouldn't be sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't tell why, but after 2 months, I come back to his house.
So then his house was not in the village, it was in Kampala.
Exactly. So I come back to my home actually.
Yes.
To my home.
With your child,
my child,
young mother, ready to take care of your child.
Yeah, and like home is different. You know those days out there alone, this time you have a maid, you have a baby. Lifestyle changes.
The baby was 2 months?
Yeah, 2 months by then. So he kept supporting while not checking on us.
Oh, it was your home with him, but then he was not staying around.
No, he was working up country.
Was he paying for the rent?
Exactly.
And everything at home?
He was doing everything, buying food, buying baby's needs, paying rent, taking care of me. Everything was in place. But his presence was being missed greatly by
the family. Okay, so sorry about that. So then, how then were you able, according to what I see is that after that he opted out, right?
Exactly.
So when he opted out, did he chase you out of the house? No. Or it's you who decided and said, now I think it's high time I left this home otherwise?
No, he didn't really chase me out. But as a mother, first of all, any mother out there, any mother, should know one thing in mind. Right from the day of conception, they should know that that is their sole responsibility. Married, separated, single, or wherever the status might be. But for as long as you are a mother, never ever you think that your child will be someone's responsibility. You're the primary in charge.
The mother alone?
The mother alone. Husband, father, secondary. Because it's you who knows exactly what this child means. It's you who knows what they go through. You've been with this child for 9 solid months. Some people 10 though, and some people less. So that is what I conceived in my mind. I said, now peace. It's not all about crying about the man, crying about the father, crying about everything. This child must grow.
It's time for me to get strong.
Exactly.
So what happened? Is it that he stopped sending in the support?
Support was coming, but irregularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at some point you really had to find your ways out on how to support your child and yourself.
At some point you really had to go the extra mile to check out for other opportunities where you could get some support from. So this is where I come up and say, no, God knew all this. And by the way, it's not actually by the way, this is the fact of it. God should always be put first. I told God, God, you saw this. You knew it would happen. Now it's happening. May your will be done. What I know in my head is this child must grow, and surely she will grow. With or without,
a father.
I can play both roles. Oops, that was the beginning of my hope. That's
okay, so you realized there was irregular support and the person was just not anywhere in the picture. You have been left.
Actually.
So is it that you guys had constructed that house or you are renting the house?
At the moment, we are renting.
Oh, so you had some fears that maybe the landlord would chase you out of the house. So
exactly. I thought to myself, I was like, okay, now I'm here. He's supporting. Now the support has kind of reduced. I decided to opt out.
Okay. So when you opted out, what happened? Did you decide to go to the village or you decided to stay around that vicinity?
Yeah. Like I said, at the moment I was jobless. no business, no nothing. So I decided to leave and go to the village to my parents who helped me and kept encouraging.
Big up to the parents.
Yeah, I celebrate them every day.
So how did your parents perceive it? Because now I think you really had to explain to them whatever transpired. Didn't your parents break down? Because you know it's your first child. A lot is happening. They're seeing you struggling. Their child went to campus.
Well, everything happened coincidentally because that was the very time he lost his job. So I kept telling my parents, you know, he has lost his job and all that. You know, that was the cover page. So my parents kept knowing he had lost his job. That's why all plans had failed. Yes, because initially I kept telling them he's coming. As he also kept telling me, by the way, coming home anytime soon. So I kept telling my parents the same.
He'll be coming home.
So when things fell apart, I simply told them he lost his job. I simply told myself I would never call him. If he can call, I would pick. But if he doesn't, no. That's how I started. And so I decided to think around, try.
You're home in the village.
Yes. Things are hard, you know, home stuff, village stuff, you know.
And everyone is judging you east, west, south, and center.
I know, things are not easy. So I decided to come up with this. I decided to come up with this business idea. I said, okay, maybe during this lockdown and this corona crisis, people would consume honey.
Wow, people would consume honey in this COVID crisis. So well, this is episode 1 of Drasi Peace Gloria with single motherhood. And if you are following us through, we're going to proceed with episode 2. It is just the beginning. She has just started. So please keep tuning into the mother's chat room. We shall still have more stories. I will bring her back. I would like you to say your last remarks to the viewers, and we prepare for episode 2 for next time, such that this burning hot story can then be unveiled for the viewers out there.
Viewers, actually, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I hope you've picked something out of this whole chat. Now, one thing in summary that I can tell a single mother out there, it's not the end of the road. That child's future is not yet shattered. And big ups to all single mothers out there.
Thank you so much for watching the Mother's Chat Room. I hope you have picked 1 or 2 lessons from Peace's story. Like you all see, she's a young mother. By the way, she has not even clocked 35. She's still in her early 30s. So I would like you to know that you can make it. We are here to encourage you. And in case you still want to talk to somebody, please let us know. Or in the comment section, let us know and we shall reach out to you. And we will talk to you. Subscribe, share the link. Tell a mother about the Mother's Chat Room. We love you and God bless you. Bye.